Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Variable Barricade. Just continuing, after tricking our attempting to trick our boyfriendos, and yeah, now we're hanging out. What is all over my freaking tablet? Anyway, so we are hanging out with Noah and Smoogie. We're them now. Anyway, sheesh, she's a handful. Indeed. Isn't it just so cute? Well then, what do you think of the gentlemen? Only two of them seem kinda serious. I expected as much. There's more going on here than meets the eye. Oh, that was it. Okay, never mind. Just didn't even take a minute. Well, anyway. Good day, Miss Tojo. Good day. I exchanged greetings with my classmates while making my way quickly to my desk, like I did every day. Along the way, I caught a glimpse of Arimura already at her seat. It's so funny, because she must put, on a fucking wig. I mean, it'd be one thing if her hair was, blonde here, and then they just show it, she coiffs it down, but, she doesn't. She, fucking, must be wearing a wig or some shit. I love it. She's here already. I opened my mouth to say hello, and then promptly closed it again. I remembered Noah's words. Don't talk to me at school. It was the first time I'd ever thought to talk to a friend who wasn't Smoogie. But she said she didn't want to talk at school. I ought to respect that. I settled myself at my desk, sighing a little. A moment later, I felt my phone vibrate. A message on Whis? From who? from Arimura. The fuck did you say hi to me, bitch? The sender was Noah Arimura. You know it was going to be her. Unthinkingly, I glanced over at her seat. She wasn't looking at me. There wasn't even a sign that she had touched her phone. She was serious about not attracting attention. A little disappointed, I opened the Whis app. After school, cafe, terrace. It's after school, cafe, terrace. I don't know why I had to make each one a sentence. It looks like she wants me to come to the terrace cafe. I was excited, but also confused. The terrace cafe was closed and locked after classes ended. Arimura ought to be well aware of that. Curious, I replied, okay. Okay, but how do you get it? I'm just kidding. She knows people. I went to the terrace cafe and peeked inside. Arimura was already there. In fact, she was the only one there. Wasn't the cafe locked? Yeah, but I opened it. How? All the locks here are electric, you know? I'm good at cracking that kind of thing. Wait a minute. Isn't that a crime? Oh, calm down. Nobody will be the wiser if you don't squeal. Anyway, listen. Arimura didn't sound the least flustered about what she'd done. I nodded reluctantly. So, do you know my dad? I believe so. Isn't your father Dr. Arimura, the well-known robotics scientist? I heard he's currently doing research in America, hence why she knows fucking electronic shit. She knows robots. Yeah, if you want to make him sound more impressive than he actually is, from my angle, he's just another super nerd freak show. But anyway, says the girl who can crack fucking electronic locks. But, it's all about how you rock your super nerd. Do you make it look like a freak show or you're like, super nerd tech guru? I mean, really just depends. Dad made this one pet robot just because he could. Here, I'll let you hang on to it. What? Oh, is it? Okay. Arimura shoved a pile of metal and plastic into my arms. Okay, didn't we read this and the thing? I was like, oh, because the board, it's Rabby, and it's like, oh, okay, it's our spy rabbit. And I'm like, okay, that was never brought up, because here it is. But it's on the board! Where was I reading this? Wasn't I reading this in the last part with you guys? It's only been a day, and yet... no clue. Anyway. Oh, how cute! Its long, heart-shaped ears were particularly irresistible. I felt the urge to boop its nose. Oh no, boop it. Boop its nose. It's called Rabby. The instruction manual should tell you how to raise it. Read it later, okay? I don't know a lot about handling robots. Don't worry about that. I customize it so it should be super beginner-friendly. I can tinker with it some more to expand its capabilities, but for now I programmed it to function on a basic level. I've got the feeling you'll really need this fella. its current setup, it'll record video and send reports. Basically, leave it at home while you're out and it'll record and report any goings on. I kind of figured, I mean, like, that's the whole gist of, like, the Rabby board, right? It was like, oh, it's her, like, spy robot. And you're like, oh, that's how we know what's happening when she's not there. You know? Like, that was supposed to be, oh, it's like, that's how you know, instead of it being like, we're just a watcher, it's like, she's watching them, but now she's watching them. Okay. So, like, I guess we spoiled that a little, but not really. It was more like, okay, we've got a spy bunny. Okay, whatever, sure. Isn't that what Kasuga's for? Anyway. That way you can keep tabs on who's doing what when you aren't around the house. Then I can use this to learn how they really act when I'm not around. Kano told me you're, like, living together with your suitors, right? To be blunt, I don't want anything to do with this junk. But she wouldn't hesitate to broadcast my secrets to the world, so to be safe, I'll help you with this crap. If you want to know more about those guys, Rabby will be a very big help. Arimura glanced at me with an expectant look on her face. Quietly, hesitantly, I asked her, I fucking love her though, because she's kind of bitchier than we are. She's like, look, I don't give a fuck, but like, I don't want my secrets told, so like, we're friends now, I guess. Okay. But, isn't recording them an invasion of their privacy? You know what? You're way too nice about this. There's a real possibility you could get married off to some nut job who just wants you for your money. Well, yes, that's true. Just don't post any super private footage on the net and you'll be just fine. I think this is a great way to know proof of sketchy behavior behind the scenes. Heck, you might even get a hold of some juicy blackmail material too. Bonus. I would never resort to something as crude as blackmail. Well, give it to me, I'll do it for you. I love Noah. She didn't say that, but... I spoke firmly, staring Arimura right in the eye. Her smirk didn't waver, however. She just shrugged. Whatever, do what you want. Anyway, this is all I have that can help you. Well, do you want this good boy or not? I looked down at the little robot in my arms. Arimura did have a point. I wasn't in a position where I could afford to be fussy. My entire future was on the line. I hugged Rabby close. I'll hold on to Rabby for now, thank you. Okay, make good use of it. And with that, Arimura turned to leave. I hurriedly stopped her. Wait, what can I do to thank you? Forget it. I don't need or want anything from you. Arimura looked back at me. She didn't try to hide the disdain in her voice. Like I said yesterday, stay clear of me at school. I don't need to be seen with the class idol and wind up with angry fangirls trying to dig up dirt on me. Oh, that's right. I nodded slowly, then asked a daring question. All right, I won't speak to you at school, but you don't mind if I say hi outside of school, right? It's fine, I guess. Her answer was non-committal, but it made my heart glow. I love the fact that we are, like, friend-mancing her. It's so cute. Okay, it's a deal then. I promise I'll respect your personal space. So, perhaps we could have tea together sometime. If I feel like it. Arimura shrugged and walked away. I watched her go, a big smile on my face. This is so funny because this is absolutely like the romance path with that certain character. It's like, whatever. Yeah, it's not like I like you. And then they're like, yeah, she asked me for tea. I kind of like it. But we're friend-mancing. I love it. I love it. Many people had approached me in my life wanting to make friends, or at least to get close to the Tojo name. She was the first person I'd met who seemed utterly uninterested in my status. I mean, I don't think Tsumugi was interested in your status. She just really wanted to be your friend because she's a little weird, which is fine. I love her. I wanted to talk to her more. I returned home. I did as Arimura suggested and read over Rabby, because he's a rabbit. I don't know why I say Rabby. I want to be like raw instead of Rabby. Anyway, Rabby's instruction manual thoroughly. I managed to charge it up and create a user profile. Then, deciding it was time to introduce Rabby to the others, I brought it to the living room. You don't tell them it's a robot to spy on them, though, because that's, like, stupid. Oh! Spacey! You finally came out of your room! Huh? Wait, what's that you got there? That's not what he said. What's that you've got? Not there. Okay, but he still said that. I don't know, I was just very excited. When you do him, you gotta be very excitable, and then I can't really read it. Because I'm too excited to read what I'm talking about, and what did he say? I don't know what he said. I'm just really excited. you know. Anyway, I barely set foot in the room before Nayuta spotted me and Rabby. Huh? What's that? Looks like some kind of kid's toy. It does look like one, yes. Is that a new accessory that's popular with high school girls now? The design does seem like something girls would like, yes. The heart-shaped ears in particular are unique. It's just really creepy when Ichi's like, is that something that is popular with teenage girls? I must get into it because I'm trying to date a teenage girl. It's just really fucking weird. Like, look, I get it. When you get older, you don't know what teenagers like because you're not cool anymore. But when you're saying something like, what is it that the kids like these? Well, you're trying to bone. Hey, don't try to bone kids. Every time you open your mouth and say that makes me remember and it gets creepy. Stop it. Because I don't want it. Like what? He's the only one that creeps. Too old to be dating her. Except for Nayuta. That's only like a 3-year difference. It's really that big of a deal. But like, and Shion and Tiger, like, what were they, 23 and something? I don't know. They're still a little bit pushing it. It's the creepiest, but he also says things that like an old man would say. That like, isn't that the kid? I'm gonna make sure I'm pretty so I can get. You just stop it, okay? Okay. Like, that's like a kid said. That is something that is popular with days. Like, stop waving your old man. Okay, it's fucking weird. It's just weird. Like, why did they give him those lines? Stop it! Like, he's already fucking weird enough. You don't need to bring this up anyway. I mean, it's just because it's in my head, so maybe some people didn't notice it and weren't like, oh. But like, just every once in a while, he opens his mouth and I'm like, you're reminding me how weird this is. Anyway. I made a deliberate effort to stay calm while they looked over Rabby. I sat on the sofa. Arimura gave it to me as a gift. It's a robo-pet called Rabby. It'll react when you pet it and speak to it. It's like a Furby! Oh my god, it is actually a fucking Furby. Oh, it didn't even dawn on me till now. Rabby, Furby. I patted Rabby on the head and its ears obediently flapped in response. Oh, I gotcha. A robo-pet, eh? So even high-class ladies are getting into the electronic toys and gadgets these days, huh? See, that's not as weird. Like, high-class ladies are getting into, like, electronic toys and gadgets. Ichigo, don't look under her bed. I'm just saying. Gross. But, like, instead of being like, oh, teenage girls like toy. Like, okay, this is different. This is not creepy. But, you know. Yeah, I think it's really cute, too. Boop, boop. Nayuta predictably poked at Rabby's nose. I quickly tried to stop him. Nayuta, do not break it! Oh, I won't. I think we booped it, though. Boop, boop. That's absolutely something I would do, like, boop! I boop my bird all the time. I can't help it. You just want to boop him in the beak. He's just adorable. And, like, just cute things. You just want to boop. So, she wanted to boop it on the nose. I can't blame Nayuta for doing it. Anyway. Now we got robots around, eh? Feels like something out of a sci-fi novel. So what's this one do? It's a robot, right? Doesn't it do anything useful? It's gotta have a purpose. Purpose is to be cute and fun, and so I'm not lonely with you fucks. And the Kasuga's over there like, excuse me? Taiga's remark caught me by surprise. My eyelid twitched. It doesn't do anything. It's just a pet. That's it? That's it. Taiga seemed to accept that answer, and I relaxed. If we must have a pet around, I think this one will be tolerable. What was that, Shion? Nothing. Shion smiled pleasantly, then leaned forward with his chin in his hand and gazed at Rabby. I gave them all a moment to study Rabby before I brought up the next topic. Just so you're aware, it'll probably wander about the house, even when I'm not here. Don't worry about it. It's programmed to take itself on walks. And I forbid any of you to mess with it. Am I understood? Yes, miss. I nodded at their obedient response, and then noticed Kasuga out of the corner of my eye. Kasuga's like, I know what the fuck that is. The same goes for you too, Kasuga. Please. As you wish, miss. Oh, Kasuga has no clue. Wow, really? We didn't even trust Kasuga. We better not find out that he's backstabbing us. Oh no, my god. Don't. Satisfied with Kasuga's answer, I gently patted Rabby on the head. Okay, I can't play Twisted Wonderland anymore because every single time I do, and like I fucking go in and Azul talks to me, I just picture Kasuga in my head now. Every time I'm just like, yeah, like I do it because I'm like, especially like certain things that he says, I'm like, that sounds like something Kasuga would say. I could hear him saying that. It's just fun now. I don't know. Anyway. It's good. I like giving him the fun Irish accent, but I do like his actual voice. I mean, I don't know if he's doing something different. You know, like sometimes you're like, you can't tell that a voice actor is, you're like, wait, that's the same what the fuck? Like Daisuke Ono being Daikoku in freaking Noragami. What the fuck? Are you on what? Shit like that, you know what I mean? Junichi Swabe being a fucking Undertaker. You're like, I'm sorry, what now? Because they're so good at doing something totally different, you know? And there's some voice actors who just like do a thing and then you're like, okay, yeah, I can kind of hear the same voice if you listen or you know them well enough, right? And then other times you're like, wait, these two characters, and you listen to voice A and voice B and you're like, nope, don't sound anything alike. Wow, fucking magical. I mean, that's their job as a voice actor to be magical like that, but I'm just saying English voice acting is usually not like that. Some of them are, okay, some of them are, like, when they dub games, like, they're usually good, but, like, anime, oh, for God's sakes, that's a train wreck. Anyway, not the point. But, like, sometimes, you know what I mean? So I don't know if he's doing the exact, like, if he has a very similar to Azul voice or it's totally different, but when I play, I'm just, like, trying to imagine Kasuga in my head just to see, and it's fun. Anyway, that was the whole point. It looks like you enjoy having your ears stroked. Now how about boops on the nose? Kasuga's like, seriously? I mean, I'll take whatever you know. I know we're not doing that to Kasuga, but I just want to imagine it. Anyway.
I overheard you mention this was a generous gift from one Miss Arimura. Might I ask you whom this lady might be?
Oh, that's true. Kasuga wasn't there. I looked up at Kasuga and answered, did we? Kasuga knows nothing about what we did. We didn't tell him. Why are we keeping secrets from Kasuga? Seriously, girl, we got problems.
She's a new friend of mine.
You know Dr. Arimura, the famous robotics scientist? She's his daughter. He was the one who created Rabby.
Ah, the gifted young lady whom you've yet to outscore on the math portions of exams. I see. So you've become friends with her, Miss Spacey.
Why did he have to bring that up? Kasuga's words had struck a nerve, but I didn't react. I kept a pleasant smile on my face. Listen! Somebody's got to be better than us at something. We're always like the super special, and we're like, I'm the best at school, and I'm the prettiest, and I'm the richest, and everybody loves me, but like, I'm sad. Like, at least it's like, everybody tries to fawn over me. I hate it. This girl's better at math than me. I mean, listen. Someone is always going to be better at you than something. And it's always going to be, especially something you love. I love the XYZ. There is always going to be a bunch of people better than you, and there are going to be a bunch of people that you're better than. You are never, ever going to be the best at everything. Okay? So games like this where like, I am the best at I am the prettiest, and I am the cute, and I am no, stop it. This is nice. She's better at math than us, and we can still be her friend and not be like, stupid bitch, I hate her. You'd be like, damn it, she's better at math than me. I hate her for it, but I actually love her. She's great. You know, that's okay. There you go. Perfect. I don't know why Kasuga's being a bitch about it. Smack that grin off his face, and then kiss him to make it better. I still have the best overall grades in my class.
Indeed. But since Miss Arimura started classes in the academy, you have not yet scored above her in math. Not once.
Kasuga, seriously? Being perfect isn't everything! Kasuga matched my pleasant smile. I gritted my teeth. He just likes goading us on purpose. He wants us to slam up against a wall and be like, yeah, say that to my face. Oh, you are saying it to my face, but I don't care. Say it again. Maybe he wants us to step on him too. I don't know. I will on the next exams.
I'm sure you will, Miss Spacey.
Wow. The sarcasm. Samugi introduced us. She heard I was having issues with my suitors and was kind enough to offer some advice to me, along with some concrete means of dealing with them. I just think it's funny that we didn't tell Kasuga about the setup.
I see. Is that so?
Oh, and there's one thing that I wanted to let you know. This is for your ears only, okay?
Yes, miss.
Kasuga leaned forward. I lowered my voice to a whisper. Closer, Kasuga. Come here, just a little bit closer, and then we kiss. Never not gonna love him. Well, okay, unless the game does something awful, and then it's just gonna hurt me, but I'm still gonna love him, and that's why it's gonna hurt so much. Like, if the game's like, Kasuga's actually trying to kill you, I'll be like, well, I mean, stab me harder, I guess. I don't know. Hey, I've fallen for the guy that's trying to kill me a couple of times, so probably more than a couple. I'm just saying, it's not gonna be an issue. Oh, we're gonna tell him. Good. Okay. I was like, you can't not tell Kasuga. Anyway, Rabby has the ability to record anything that it sees and send it back to the user. And I don't know them very well, right? They could be up to something. So I thought this might be a useful way to, circumspectly observe them. Sounded like an excuse. I still felt guilty about peeping on the men's private lives. I watched for Kasuga's reaction, trying to hide my nervousness. To my pleasant surprise, he smiled.
That's an excellent idea, miss. You've received quite a wonderful and useful gift.
I know, right? Now that Kasuga was on board, I had nothing to fear.
Well then, it's only proper that we prepare a thank you gift for Miss Arimura. Let you know what her preferences might be.
Kasuga began thinking of potential gifts, but I stopped him with a sigh. I love him. He's so sweet. He's like, she gave you a gift. We gotta give her one back. Don't bother. She doesn't like that sort of thing.
Oh?
Yeah, but she's a really nice person, though. A little odd, but still really nice. I want to get to know her better. I flashed a smile of genuine joy at Kasuga. He smiled in return.
Very good, miss. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
And now then, it is time you retired for the night. Good night.
Good night. I'll retire when I want to retire. You will come back here and make sure I have a good night. God damn it. I'm just kidding. What? I don't... Look! I love the man. Stop it! Stop tempting me like that. You know what? No, keep tempting me, game. Because if you take Kasuga away, not as... I made sure I left my room.
Have some cute clothes. Oh! And you'll need...
Because we need to have really nice clothes made for you, like cute little pajamas. You want to sleep in my bed with me? Just up and Can I keep Kasuga as a pet? But like a man pet, not like dog pet. Yes, I think I'll have pleasant dreams tonight of Kasuga. Absolutely. I wonder. This. Oh shit! Did we read? Oh no! I read it in the guide. Oh, that's a little rabbit in the corner. It must be like just the board. I didn't realize it was a separate thing. Okay, so I did spoil it a little bit for us all, but like I didn't know what it was, so it's not really a spoiler. Anyway, wow, I was thinking something. Anyway, so we can put this in different places, but I wonder because like Noah was like, yeah, only 2 of them seem really interested. So I'm kind of wondering if in the other guy's routes, like if you're going down Nayuta's route, then maybe like, okay, Taiga's really not that. I mean, Taiga also does not seem that interested in Shion. Is just kind of whatever. So maybe that's kind of, it's those 2. But I was kind of wondering if because you're spying on them, if it changes. Like if you don't have, I guess that'd be too much. Because I was like thinking like, oh, okay, so you're kind of in Nayuta's route, and if you're spying, then you see like Taiga just really has no interest in you and is like, whatever. Whereas if you were going down Taiga's route, maybe he'd be like a little bit nicer when you're spying on him. You know what I mean? But that's probably a lot to ask for them to be like, okay, you have the most points with Nayuta's, and then Taiga's going to say this, and then later you're going to, you know what I mean? That's a lot of fucking work. But anyway, you've received Rabby. Your cute new friend will wander around certain areas and record various happenings while you play through events on the Barricade board. Visit the Rabby page in intermission to see which area you want Rabby to visit, or to view the videos it collects. Oh, motherfucker, thank God we have a guide. I wouldn't know what the fucking to do. Kasuga. I'm sorry, you can't tell me he's not a love interest when he's got his own little thing. Oh, interesting. But then again, Noah and frickin' Samugi had one too. Anyway.
Hello, it's me. I require a background check on one Noah Arimura. Yes, a rush, please. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yes, Mr. Isurugi. Nothing. You probably don't want to do that too often, you know. She'll hate you for it.
I appreciate the kind advice. However, this is necessary.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Taiga! What's taking so long?
You're being summoned.
I heard. So did everyone. Kasuga's shady face right now. I think it's funny that Taiga's like, yeah, you probably don't want to background check everyone. Yes, I do! I am protecting her! We might get mad at Kasuga for this, but he's doing it out of our best interest. That's where I'm standing on it right now. It might change later.
I don't need you to tell me my business.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like I'm protecting her.
Select a level 1 board to unlock. Okay. Pick Shion on level 1 board when prompted. Okay. Shion it is. Do we have to do Shion's board now? Okay, hold on. Rabby, incompatible. Rabby brought back a new video. Oh, okay. How do we... Oh, okay. Rabby's up there. See, I saw that and I just... Okay. I don't know. Okay. Ooh.
Hey, Nayuta. I'm thirsty. Nayuta, are you the... Meow! Meow! Stay back. Who let this creature in here?
Oh god, he is blue.
Here, pretty kitty. Don't go wandering around now. Shion, what are you doing all curled up on the couch like that?
It's funny because he said something about Rabby, like, yeah, this is the better pet to have around. And we're like, huh? Nothing. And I'm like, does he not like animals? Yeah.
Nayuta, did you let this cat in? Yep, this nice granny in the neighborhood asked me to watch her while she ran errands. Aw, so soft. Yes, you are. You do know I abhor animals, right?
And yet, you tolerate Nayuta. Maybe because he's an animal in a human form. Okay. Shion is the character that's like, I'm not an animal person. That then gets dumped a bunch of animals on, and you're like, what the fuck? That turned into hot dude? Like, Shion if Shion was a girl. And turned into hot dudes that you have to date, and then you're like, this is weird. Why are you hot? You used to be a rabbit. I don't know. You're not going to turn back into a rabbit, right? That would have been funnier. Like, it was like, you seem nice and all, but you had fur once, and I don't like animals. But who fucking doesn't like animals? You might not want to have animals, but you have to like animals. Like, animals are cute. Animals are great. I don't want to take care of animals, but it doesn't mean you don't like them. You know what I mean? But, like, Shion is like me with kids. Like, no, get it away from me. Great, you keep it. I don't want anything to do with it. But, like, animals? How do you not like animals? How do you abhor animals? Like, what the actual fuck? Shion. Nope. In the trash. Just in the trash. He's still pretty, but, like, that is a huge fucking negative, bro. Wow. Anyway.
Yeah, but look at her. She's just a kitty. Just a cat? I guess she's also just a predator with claws. You shouldn't let animals in the house. And if you have to, then keep them in your room.
Okay, this is like the conversation if we were dating animal boys, and like Nayuta's the dog, but yet he still likes cats, and then Shion used to be a bird, and is like, cats will rip up my shit, get it out of here. Because he's like so insistent on the cat being a predator. That he's like, cats are my natural predator. It's like, or he was like a dainty little butterfly or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a weird conversation.
The cleaning crew's working on my room. Outside, then.
What? But what if she gets hit by a car or something? She's so tiny, you know? Go in the backyard, dumbass.
Fine. And then I'm getting out of here.
Ah, come on, Shion. Just play with her a little.
I told you I don't like animals. If she's not gone by the time I get back... Oh, my gosh. The cat's on my leg. Get it off! Get it off! Nayuta, hurry!
Ah, she likes you. You keep on playing with her and I'll go and get her some food.
No, wait, Nayuta.
Okay, Nayuta, you never leave someone who hates animals alone with an animal because they're going to end up kicking that fucking animal or hurting the animal because they don't like animals. This is not like, I'm kind of scared of cats, where I'm just going to sit in the corner and just be terrified. This is someone who hates animals that could hurt the animal. Don't. And if he hurts this fucking kitten, trash. I feel like he's like, I don't like animals because I'm afraid of them. So hopefully he just cowers in fear and we're okay.
Get off me! Meow. Don't you dare move! Meow! Looks like you two are having fun. Here you go, kitty cat. Yummy food for you. Have as much as you like. Meow, meow. You can play with your new buddy after you finish your food, okay? We are not buddies. I'm getting out of here while I still can.
Huh? But you were getting along so well.
Oh, yes. Me and my now holy pants had a great time. I'm leaving.
Kitty? What are you doing? Oh no, Shion, watch out!
Oh my god, what now? Ah!
Cats know when you hate them. Dogs are the same way. You don't like dogs? I'm all over you. You don't like cats? All over you. Animals? No.
Meow. Well, what do you know? Even the kitty can't resist your beautiful face. Let's just get Kitty off your face. Come here, Kitty.
Shion?
My forehead hurts.
Does it?
Right here. It stings.
Oh, now that you mention it, it looks like there are some tiny scratches there. Maybe? But I can hardly tell, so that's okay, right? Oh god, Shion's gonna lose it.
No, I wouldn't use that word. Nayuta, do you think it's okay for me to have scratches on my face?
Shion, where are you going? I haven't apologized yet.
The bathroom. I won't be able to relax until I've cleansed every spot those filthy paws touched. You can apologize afterward. And get ready to sleep with one eye open.
That is amazing. But Shion, I guess even Shion has his weaknesses. It's not even like a fear. I mean, I guess it seemed more like, I don't like animals, I hate animals, is more like a fear. It seemed a little more like he was afraid than like I hate animals. He's more like, I'm kind of afraid. Yeah. But I'm more worried about what kind of punishment Nayuta had to endure. I don't even want to think about it. Finn. Finn. It was good. Okay, so. Oh, do we have to set it doesn't say to set it. Okay, so we go back to board. Okay. So then, it says go back to common on switchboard by pressing L or right. There's so much going on. Oh, okay, cool. My one true ally. I hated Thunder as a child, but it gave me the push I needed to trust my new butler, Kasuga. Why can't we read that now? We're supposed to go to Arimura's dream. Arimura comes to visit the house to repair Rabby. We start talking, and the subject turns to our futures. I don't want to play Arimura's dream. Listen, Arimura's fine and all, but she's not Kasuga, goddammit. Anyway. Bag, uniform, good. I'm ready. I looked in the mirror and tucked in a few stray strands of hair, and then I picked up my bag and went to my door. Maybe that's the next one we do and we could have done it. I don't know. Rabby sat in front of it like a miniature and steadfast guardian. Aw, will you miss me when I leave? Do you want to come to school with me? I grinned at Rabby and gave it a pat on the head. The robotic rabbit flapped its ears up and down in what I like to believe was happiness. Unfortunately, you need to stay at home. You have an important job to do, protecting this house from these boys. All right? Good. Now, paw! Rabby responded to the command and raised its arm. And then it happened. Suddenly it began to shudder and jerk about. Rabby? Rabby, what's wrong? I called its name over and over, but the alarming jolting didn't stop. Oh, right. I have Arimura's instruction manual. What page would it be? I scanned through the manual, but couldn't find anything remotely related to what I was seeing. I kept flipping pages, hoping to find something that might help, when suddenly Rabby emitted a strange whine. And then Rabby abruptly stopped, freezing in an unnatural pose. Rabby? The screen display, which usually had some kind of message, was blank. I tried to keep my mounting concern in check while pressing the on button, and held it. I pressed it harder and held it for longer. But no matter how many times I pushed the button, Rabby didn't turn back on. What do I do now? I picked up the motionless Rabby and clutched it tight. Its mechanical body was cold like always, but this time the sensation was unbearably sad to me.
Miss Spacey, if you don't come down for breakfast shortly, time may become an issue.
I know. Sobbing, and he's like, the fuck happened? Anyway. But I didn't want to leave Rabby like this. I pulled out my phone in a last-ditch effort. Arimura, help! Rabby's dying! I sent the message with a quick wish and a prayer. She's like, I'll come over after fucking school. But in the end, Rabby didn't budge from its pitiful broken pose. My appetite was completely gone, so I went to school without breakfast. I love the fact that, like, we have 4 hot men in our house. And the sexiest butler. Okay, like, one of the sexiest butlers. And then, like, we're like, it's so much sadder that my little puppet died. I mean, I get it. Itchy had stood in the kitchen with his apron on, looking disappointed, but I couldn't make myself eat. And then Itchy had sad face. You can imagine his sad face, and there's something about it that's, like, irritating but also adorable. I was too worried about Rabby. I had sent the Wisp message a while ago, but it hadn't even been read yet. Did Arimura check her phone in the morning? Maybe she forgot it at home. Or maybe she was sick and didn't feel like bothering with her phone. If she wasn't feeling well, it was possible that she wouldn't be at school today. I stared at the classroom door and took a deep breath to slow my racing heart. The clock ticked mercilessly forward. One by one, students wandered into the room. I glanced at each of them, looking for Arimura. There she was! Our eyes met. I immediately stood up and accidentally knocked my chair over with a clatter. The room fell silent as everyone's eyes settled on me. I saw Arimura's mouth twitch as she looked away. She didn't have to speak for me to get the message loud and clear. Her posture clearly said, "Don't talk to me!" Pardon me. The awkward silence stretched on as I set my chair upright. The moment I sat was like a signal, and the normal classroom chatter picked up again. I relaxed. I took a deep breath and straightened my posture, then snuck a glance at Arimura. I stared at her for a moment, but she showed no indication that she'd look back at me. In fact, she deliberately looked in the other direction, sending a clear signal for me to stop staring. I know. Sorry, hold on. I had to fix my hair. My ponytail fell out. I resisted the urge to sigh. Suddenly, my phone buzzed on my desk. I'll bring what I need after school. Give me your address. The simple message nearly brought tears to my eyes. Rabby would be saved! Filled with relief and gratitude, I sent a brief thank you reply to her. Why not come home with me? Pass. You should know why. Address? Okay, I get it. She's gonna come over in her other outfit. I stared at her blunt message for a moment before sending along my address. Will she find her way here all right? Hi! I know, I love you. I'll be down in a little bit. Chill out. I mean, I gave her my address. Maybe I should have sent someone to get her. Hey, Spacey! Are you waiting for a present to come or something? You're awfully fidgety. You're getting a present? Well, I can hardly let myself be outdone. I'll give you a gift of my own right now. A sweet kiss on your ruby lips. Leave me alone! Let me guess. You were too shy because we have an audience. How sweet. Why don't we go to my room, then? I said go away! No matter what you get, I'll be happy to carry it for you, even if it's big. I'm strong, you know. I'm fine. Would you two just go in the living room? And don't come out until I say it's okay. Understood? Okay. two of them dragged their feet into the living room, making no bones about their reluctance. I watched them disappear around the corner and... There she is! The doorbell rang cheerily. I didn't even wait for the sound to fade before pulling open the door. We peering out the peephole. Arimura, thank you so much for coming. Rabby's waiting in my room. If you take off your shoes, we'll go right up. Calm down, would you? This isn't some kind of race. Well, yes, but...
Miss Spacey, have you invited a guest?
Kasuga came into the foyer, having heard the commotion. You're like, this is why I wanted to get upstairs as fast as possible. Kasuga would have been like, I thought the doorbell rang. I opened my mouth to introduce Arimura when a thought suddenly struck me. I haven't introduced Kasuga to someone like this since Samuki. Realizing that, I kicked into hostess mode. Kasuga, this is Miss Noa Arimura. I mentioned her to you before, correct? Today she's kindly come to repair Rabby for me. She's very knowledgeable about technology.
I see. Miss Arimura, I'm Miss Spacey's butler, Kasuga. Thank you very much for being so considerate of her.
Hey. Kasuga smiled politely. Arimura looked away and bobbed her head in a curt bow. Okay, let's go up to my room. I'd like you to hurry and look at Rabby, if you don't mind.
I'll bring tea and snacks up a little later. Please enjoy your visit, Miss Arimura.
Don't mind me. We had dispensed with the polite formalities, so the two of us hurried to my room. Dad? Noah, Dad. Basically. Okay, well, hot butler, it's different. The moment we stepped into my room, Noah let out an exhausted sigh. What's wrong? Noah gave me a look. Nothing. Whatever, where's Rabby? I went and got Rabby for Arimura. It just got stuck like this. Can you fix it? Arimura took the little rabbit from me, flipped it upside down, touched its ears, and in general looked at it all around. She pulled a tablet out of her bag and connected it to a port on Rabby with a thick cable. For a time, the only sound in my room was the clicking of keys. Yep. You asked me if I could fix it. I can, so quit staring at me. It's distracting. Let me work for about half an hour, okay? Okay. I turned away from Arimura and breathed a big sigh of relief. Okay. We started there. She's like, I said stop staring at me. Rabby could be fixed. Thank goodness. Once it was all better, I'd have to make sure I took extra good care of it. As those thoughts ran through my head, I kept peeking over my shoulder at Arimura. The most useful thing I could do right now was to stay out of her hair. Oh, I know. I could bring her some tea to thank her. In fact, I think I'd like to brew it myself. I quietly left my room and went to see Kasuga. Yeah, we get to see Kasuga. Oh, never mind. I guess we don't. There. That should do it. Try turning it on. I nervously reached out and gave Rabby's on button a firm press. And Rabby smoothly shifted out of its unnatural pose and began to move. Its ears flapped happily in what I always interpreted as its good morning gesture. It was adorable. Rabby! Oh, thank goodness! Arimura, thank you! Thank you so much! Sure, looks like something glitched when it was trying to run a backup. I guess I'm fine doing occasional maintenance. I did give Rabby to you, after all. Look, she actually looks happy. She's cute. Arimura briskly cleaned up the cords on her tablet and stood to leave. I'm off then. What? Already? Yeah? I'm done. Oh, but, I have some nice snacks and tea here. Won't you stay for a few minutes and have some? I gave her my most earnest look. After a moment, Arimura heaved a sigh. Just for a few minutes. We're like forcing our friendship on her. I love it. You will be my friend! Alright, we have to talk about her dreams. That's why this is Arimura's dream. I jumped up and hurriedly laid out the snacks and tea. Arimura watched and muttered. You're way different at home than you are at school, Tojo. Oh? Yeah, you're like a little kid here. That was a shock. I exhibited decorum and spoke politely in everything I did. Or so I thought. Nah, you've been very excitable now. The last thing I expected was to be told I was being like a child. I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just, at school you always give off perfect young lady vibes. Well, have any kind of status and everybody will be watching you. I get that. Hell, Kana puts on an award-winning performance every day. When people talk about how modest and gentle she is, I have to wonder who they're talking about. She had a point. Samuki kept much of her, power in check when she was at school. Yeah, I mean, I bet. Could you imagine she rolled up in that fucking outfit? Girl. I could totally see how someone would think of her as a world-class actor. Come to think of it, How did you and Samugi get to know each other? Ugh, just thinking about it ticks me off even now. Yeah, I was careless, but still. Arimura's face scrunched up in disgust. This is going to be amazing. So I'm assuming we're Arimura. So, yeah, it was right after we started second year. It became a ritual to go out and have a blast in the city to blow off some stress from our stuffy school. After school one day, I booked it to the powder room I used to get changed. And that's when the nightmare began. Oh, look at their little jeebies! Ugh, school today was the worst. How can those girls walk around saying, "How do you do?" to everyone like that? Don't they feel like total clowns? Anyway, where do I want to hang out tonight? A club? A pub? Oh, maybe I could pick up some hot guy in the street and ask him to do karaoke with me. What's her deal? Gothic Lolita? All that fabric looks heavy. Doesn't she get backache hefting all that around? Oh well, not like we get along or anything. I'm guessing it's a powder room that's not in school, because otherwise, you know. Like, shuffle, stare. Shuffle, rustle. Wait, where's my wig? There. Maybe I should change up my wig color. Get something with highlights? That'd be cool. I want to graduate so I can dye my hair for real. Better get going. She doesn't realize it was Samugi next to her. Now let's see. Who do I want to see today? I just hung out with Kenji last night. Maybe Naoto or Hiro. Which one? Tap tap. Is someone trying to hit on me? Tap tap. What do you want? Hey, it's that goth lolly chick from before. What does she want? Wait a minute. She looks familiar. I'd seen her before. Recently. Close up. Her makeup and costume hide a lot, but she was Samugi Kano, my new classmate. Great. This sucks. I noticed you go into the powder room, so I took the liberty of following you. The whole time? I didn't expect to find one of the stuck-up young ladies from St. Agnes around here. Kano gave me a kind grin. Shall we go somewhere for a cup of tea? You're quite skilled at disguises, Miss Arimura. I love these two. We need a disguise! You're like, it's not fair. You guys have alternate identities. I need one too. I need one too. Come on, Spacey, let's go get a wig! That day still haunts my nightmares. Arimura grimaced and I grinned wryly. She's not a bad person. She's simply unique. That's all. I never said she was bad. Annoying, calculating, merciless, and opportunistic? Yes. Bad? No. I couldn't disagree. Still, she's kind of fun to talk to. It's nice having someone to talk about, like, real-world stuff with. And that said, I don't want to talk to her at school. Because it draw attention? Arimura nodded. Did something unpleasant happen? Not really, but it felt like she was going to say more, so I sat quietly and waited. It's a real boring story. You sure you want to hear it? I nodded enthusiastically. She sighed and warned me it might take a while. Then she began to speak, hopefully not more than like 12 minutes. So, yeah, my family's only newly wealthy. We were a normal family, but then my dad's patents started making us bank. Those patents got my family a gig over in America, too. I was supposed to go with them, but I wound up staying here in the end. Why? Because my mom told me to go to St. Agnes. We're rich now, so she wanted me to learn about, the rich people lifestyle and stuff. I just can't imagine that all of a sudden, like, I have money, I must go to rich people country clubs. Hell no, bitch. Gotta stay home and just buy more anime shit. Besides, just graduating from St. Agnes means major prestige. I don't hate my mom. I kind of respect her, actually. So I figured I might as well. I mean, I understand that. Like, okay, we're going to put you in a better school so that you have better opportunities. You know what I mean? I get that. But, like, so it's different. Oh. But I was so not prepared for how stuffy that place is. The girls act nice, but they care a ton about pedigree. They're always subtly trying to one-up you, too. And we're over here like, it's because maybe they have butlers that force them to be better at math than you. She's like, what? Nothing? In a place like that, some newly rich upstart makes a great target for their stress. Arimura shrugged and said it didn't really bother her that much. I bet it does, though. But I could easily see how that experience would kill a person's desire to be involved in high school life. Yeah. She may not have said as much, but I could read between the lines enough to know that that was how she felt. Once I graduate, I'm going to move to America. I can play the part of the mousy wallflower for another year or two. After school, though, I'm going to have fun. So yeah, I don't want to be associated with Miss School Celebrity, if that's you, by the way, and end up having the whole class hate me. No thanks. I cause trouble, and I don't want to make any problems for my parents, so keep ignoring me in class. Got it? She spoke so matter-of-factly, I couldn't bring myself to say anything in reply. What she experienced was the unfortunate truth. St. Agnes was a school for the well-to-do. Pedigree was definitely a matter of concern. I mean, because we're over here like, we don't want to marry anyone that would make me look like, you know what I mean? Like, make me look bad, so. If your family was wealthy and influential, then you were considered well-bred. People flocked to those who were well-bred. I knew that better than anyone. The jealousy was also very real, as were the petty attacks that came with it. Poor Samugi put up with so much I'm sorry, I had to itch my nose and those. Anyway, poor Samugi put up with so much in middle school.
Kano, don't you think it's high time you stop that? Would you stop going about acting as if you're somehow Miss Tojo's friend?
Samugi might have put up a tough front while I was watching, but I'm sure their words hurt. As I thought back on it, my eyes drifted to the floor. I'm sorry. I'll try to be more careful of that in the future. I bit my lip, feeling guilty for how thoughtless and selfish I'd been. Why are you apologizing? I'm just asking for my own convenience. It's not like you did anything wrong. But, yeah, going to St. Agnes was a bad move, but it's not like I don't have any friends. I've got a ton from outside of school, so I'm fine. Besides, there's like a bajillion things I want to do. Figuring all that out takes literally all my time. I don't have room to worry about school. Oh? What do you want to do? Well, lots of stuff. Once I move to America, I want to study all the subjects I'm interested in. I want to try backpacking too. Being an entrepreneur sounds fun. I'm going to get a hot man too. Don't care about marriage, but I want to live in a mansion. Don't we all? I want a hot man and live in a mansion. And I already kind of live in a mansion, and I have a hot butler, so that works. But, like, in real life? Can I? Anyway. Whether I end up marrying or not, I want to do everything I can while I'm still a student. I've got nothing tying me down right now. Arimura's smile was blinding. I never realized how powerful it was to talk about the things you wanted to do in your own words. You're amazing, Arimura. No, you're the amazing one. You're like from this super famous old family and are the heir to a massive fortune and future. I'm just doing whatever. She really is amazing. Yeah, but you're doing what you want that will make you happy, not doing what you're forced to do. What? Arimura looked uncomfortable. I'd been staring. I quickly averted my eyes. Oh, I should get out more snacks. Have as much as you like. Well, I'm fine. I've had plenty. I'm gonna take off. Stay just a little longer, please? Seriously? You're like, yes. As I set up more snacks on the tray, I realized my heart was dancing. This must be how it feels to make new friends. This is kind of like how it feels to have a crush, girl. This is so random. Are we actually going to date the boys, or are we dating these girls? Because, like, I feel like we're getting a bait and switch here. Because, like, this, like, oh my god, my heart's fluttering. But I actually kind of really like that they're doing this. Like, she doesn't understand love and she's not interested in the guys, but she's like, oh my god, I'm just really excited because Noah's coming over and isn't that great? And Kasuga's like, you're friend-mancing her. You just, it's the same thing with the guys, except for they're dudes. But, like, if you get to know them and then you might get, like, butterflies too. And, like, you know, I'm just saying. You could also be a lesbian girl. You don't know. Like, I'm just saying. I mean, obviously she's not, but, like, in the real world, it would be like, girl, you might actually have a crush on her. I don't know. Like, but she's friend-mancing her. She's like, oh my god, this is so exciting. I'm making a new friend. I love this. Same thing with the guys, except for it's gonna be slightly, you're like, oh my god, this is, like, really exciting. Oh, okay. And it's just gonna change slightly, but it'll start out the same. So it's like, I feel like that's what the game's trying to teach her right now is like, see this? You're getting to know her. You're putting yourself out there. That's what you need to do with these dudes. Like, anyway. Oh, it's so cute. Hi, I know. I love you. I'm sorry. It's getting a little dark, isn't it? It's still fine down there. The kitchen light's on. You're fine. Anyway. Okay, seriously, I have to go now. All right, feel free to visit anytime. If I feel like it, I guess.
Are you going home, miss? If you'd like, I can have a car brought around.
Kasuga must have kept an ear out for us because he appeared in the foyer right as we walked in. No thanks, I've already called a taxi. While Arimura quickly put on her shoes, I walked over to the living room door and opened it.
I thought I heard Noah. Good afternoon. Oh, or is it good evening by now?
Shian's smile was as graceful and beautiful as ever. Arimura looked at him, her eye twitching slightly. I was sure it was bad memories from when she tried to hit on him before. She's like, now he notices me, this goddamn gorgeous statue! I mean, he is fucking beautiful, but he also, like, is afraid of animals. I'm gonna say is afraid of animals as opposed to, like, hates them. Because you could be like, I hate animals! Is it because you're afraid of them? Yes! You just want to run away. That's okay. As long as you're not, like, mean and abusive and you kick animals. Don't kick animals. Anyway. I'm sorry, Arimura.
Oh, it really is Noah. Since you're already here, why don't you stay for dinner?
No, thank you. I've got plans this evening. There, you hear that? She already has plans, so stop pestering her. Come on, let's go. I took her by the elbow and tugged her after me as we stepped out of the house.
Like, they're so overbearing!
She's like, why don't you actually talk to them? Sorry about them. I bowed to her in apology. She gave me a sympathetic look. Nah, it's fine. You've got your hands full having to wrangle that crew. So, yeah. Get in touch if you need anything again. Bye, Wiss. She put an emphasis on the word Wiss. I grimaced and nodded. And there's my taxi. Catch you later. I watched the taxi drive away, my thoughts idly going through the events of the afternoon. Arimura was so free. It wasn't only because of her family situation. She made a concerted effort to be free. When she said that she was going to do what she wanted to do, she absolutely shone in my eyes. The Tojo family heir. That future always loomed over me. I didn't particularly hate the idea of it. Not anymore. But I couldn't deny that a tiny piece of my heart was envious of her.
Spacey, dinner is ready.
Yeah, hurry and get in before Nayuta eats it all.
Taiga, no fair! Wait, no, I mean, you don't have to worry, Spacey. I'll guard your portion.
Guys, you do realize that I made all of this for Spacey, not you. And be grateful you get any...
Come on, Spacey, we're all waiting.
I sighed and reluctantly turned toward the front door. I'd like to hang out with Arimura again sometime. It's so funny, it's like all these dudes and you're like... pining over fucking Arimura. Maybe we could even become better friends. So funny. I love it. Arimura's dream. Clear. Oh! Stop it! Stop it! Oh, never mind. Rabby has a new video and a Wiss message. Okay. I was like, God damn it! Okay, hold on. Let's go to Rabby. Like, we're not gonna get... I wanted to do the Kasuga thing! We'll have to do it in the next part. We're not gonna get here. Anyway. Lead actress. Okay.
Oh, man! That movie was so good!
Yeah, romances are usually lame, but this one had some surprisingly awesome action and explosions. Totally worth the watch. Definitely. The narrative was well developed, too. The way they used foreshadowing was brilliant.
And they paid a lot of attention to the costumes and hair. It all fit the world building perfectly. I also agree it was an excellent film. Oh, the characters were so good, and the headstrong lead kind of reminded me of Spacey.
Seriously? If anything, she's more like that brash little kid character. The way that kid was so quick to sulk was exactly like her. But I thought she was more like the shy and sweet princessy one.
If you ask me, she's more like that pretty but awkward young lady, and they both make the same cute, grumpy face when they trip over words.
I think Spacey would be great in any role, but I think the absolute perfect fit for her is a damsel who needs protection. What?
And I'd be her strongest bodyguard. I'd risk my life to protect Spacey. And finally, she'd thank me and it'd be one big happy ending.
Wow, what a whirlwind. You mean your story ends with just a thank you, not with falling in love?
Nothing wrong with that. While we're at it, let's get some big old action scenes in there. Bam! Boom! Explosions left and right. Great! I think I can withstand 3 solid explosions.
My version of Spacey would be shocked and speechless if she saw Nayuta get blown up right in front of her.
I see her react that way all the time, but we don't need a movie for that. If I had my way, I'd like to see Spacey in a role that's a bit different from her usual self.
You've got a point there. Okay, how about this? The story begins in a luxury hotel. We lock eyes in the lounge and it's love at first sight. But alas, We discover our families are sworn enemies. Okay, fucking Shakespeare. The fuck? Do I run away with my love, or do I kill her with my own 2 hands? After agonizing over it, Spacey turns to me and says,
Die?
Yes, die, she said. Wait, no! I'd really like her to say that to me. Fucking Nayuta. This motherfucker. I mean, that does sound like a normal thing she'd say to you. But my Spacey would never... She'd never...
And those are your fantasies, Ichiya. And the real Spacey has no love for you.
No need to kick him while he's down, bro. What about you, huh? What kind of movie do you think that's best for the lady?
Let's see. What would bring out Spacey's charms? Perhaps a silent film.
You mean the ones where people don't talk?
Perceptive as always, Taiga. The fewer vocals there are, the more the audience pays attention to the visuals. They'll focus on her, you see.
It's so funny, like a silent film. Ouch, but also, yeah, true. Oh, you're talking about her, not me. And because she's okay, never mind. It's just because nobody wants me to talk.
I think a simple story is best. One about a man and a woman who meet when traveling and become lovers. It'd be cute if it had a fairy tale feel to it.
Wait, if it's a fairy tale, would Spacey be the princess? And does that mean she'd wear a big dress and super high heels?
That kind of outfit would look good on her, right?
We're gonna go over time because we're gonna do this in the Wisp message, so.
Yes,
especially the heels! Nayuta, you need to calm down, buddy. And talking about her like this makes me think that Spacey would be a great actress.
Totally! Spacey's so beautiful and smart. She's perfect. I'm sure she'd be good at it.
I'm
not so sure.
Yeah, I'm not either. She could pull off the look, though.
What? Why not? I think she'd be great.
Dude, just think about it. Can you imagine the lady fawning over pickup lines from Ichiya here? Even if it were just a performance?
Would you like to see Spacey smile at Ichiya and say things like, "You're amazing. You're so handsome. I love you. Nayuta?"
My version of Spacey wouldn't be acting. She'd say all of that with honesty.
I'm very sorry, Ichiya, but I'd not like to see Spacey like that.
Right? She's better off the way she is.
I like how shy Spacey is, and how she glares at anyone who points a camera at her.
Yeah, that's super cute. Spacey's perfect just the way she is. But my Spacey. I love Ichiya because I just love reading his lines. It's so fucking dramatic. You have fun with your imaginary girlfriend, bro. I'll keep it a secret from the lady for you. Except for I'm watching everything. Fucking Ichiya. Why are they just making fun of his weird ideas? But getting mad at them is beside the point. I need to stamp out Ichiya's idea of me stat. That was my new mission. Finn. That is fucking my Spacey. Okay. Okay, so let's go to our Wisp messages. I can't see my remote. It's dark in here. You're the only you. I was like, you're the only one? Arimura? How's Rabby? It's feeling much better. You worked a miracle, Arimura. Thank you. And don't exaggerate. But it's true. I really think you're an amazing person. Not only do you have the skill to fix Rabby, but the way you think, too. Huh? You know about the future. You can look at things from different angles. I'm almost jealous. Ugh. Well, yeah, I'm different from you. Duh. Besides, that stuff is all wishful thinking. If wishers were horses, beggars would ride. Maybe, but I can never think the way you do. Don't tell yourself that. I don't like it when people get all defeatist. I'm sorry. I wasn't asking for an apology. Ugh. You're you, okay? You're the only you on planet Earth. Huh? All the good stuff, all the bad stuff, put together it makes you. Yeah, I get being jealous. I'm jealous of others sometimes. But I'm still me. All I'm capable of is being my best self as much as I can. So, I should be me too? Yeah? I'll handle Rabby's maintenance, but I'm not on board to fix you too. Oh, good point. But, if possible, I do want to chat with you more. But that's just a wish, really. Now you're getting it. So you won't? No. Well, maybe. Which is it? Maybe, if I'm in the mood. Sorry, today's bow is here. Gotta run. Oh, sure. What is a bow? Anyway. Okay, so... where do we go from here? My one true ally. Is that the frickin', We don't get to do that this part. I'm gonna just click it to start, play this event. Yes, but we're gonna stop. So I'm gonna, because I don't know if you can save on the board. We haven't done it. But anyway, I'm gonna stop here because we're over time, and then we will finally do Kasuga's thing in the next part, which I was late starting recording today, so I cannot record another part. So that's really sad, but I really want to see Kasuga. But anyway, we'll get to start off the next part with Kasuga, so it'll be good. And I also can't play tomorrow, most likely. Oh, it might be it might be a couple days for me because I'm like enough ahead with this one that I might have to like take a break. I like to record the game, like do a whole route in one game and then record a whole route in another game. But because I was a little behind from moving and doing all the stuff, and this one we're just in the common route, I'm enough ahead on this one that like if I keep going with this one, I might get extremely fucking behind and be barely able to catch up with our other game. So I might have to take a break for a couple of days from this one to record some of the other one and try to like go back and forth, which I hate doing because that's the way we used to do things here. And it was always like, what the hell happened? It's been like a day and it's already 24 hours later. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? So like, you know how bad it is over the weekend. It's been a couple days for me. It's like, it's been a week. That fucks me all sorts up. So yeah, that sucks. God damn, the game is like dangling the beautiful carrot of Kasuga in front of my face, and it might be like a few days at least to a week before I get... it'll be on your... Anyway. So, that'll be fun. Just be prepared for that. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.